Hi everyone, it's April with Hair 101 and we are here today. We're going to do a retouch on her hair. She does have a few little grays. They're not bad, but she wants to cover them up. So we're going to put just her natural color on the root area, and then I'm going to take some lightener and do a few random fun little balayage highlights throughout. And then we're going to put probably like a red color gloss on it, like a Shade DQ. And so that's what we're doing. And to get started, we're going to just part it in a tea parting. But I'm going to go where her part is so that I can keep that there for when we do the balayage. So just kind of, I don't know, like a swoopy tea parting, I guess. And that's just going to help me to stay organized with applying the root color. Always wear gloves, coarse. And this is a Redken. Let's be real for a second. I was out of her because she's a natural level 3 or 4, and I only had a 5 NN. And then so I mixed the 5 NN with a little bit of 2 and then some 3N. And there was enough NN in there to where it will cover the gray and it's fine. So I mixed that up here and there it is. So it's a little bit of the 2N in there makes it deeper. And then I did the 20 volume, of course, because we're coloring her hair with gray in it. So we're going to just start coloring the roots here, and we're going to follow all of the partings. And how long has it been since you've colored your hair?
I don't even remember. I put in like a non-permanent one, probably.
Okay, and that's what I was wondering, because I could see some lighter ones coming through like in the mid-shaft a little bit, and so I wasn't sure.
Yeah, it was one of just the 28 washes one, but
Okay.
It's probably still in there a little bit.
Go through each section and just paint it down. I'm going to clip here. So I usually just hold all of the hair up in my hand like this, and then I paint up and then a little bit down, and then just part it again with the back of the brush. And I always paint up first for some reason. You don't have to do that, but I like to do it because then when I drop this down, it's already kind of painted. There's more color on the brush and it kind of gets it a little bit thicker up here. And then when I go down here, it's just kind of pushing it in because it has it on both sides. So that's just what I do. And you just want to make sure you're getting all of the gray, because if you don't saturate it all the way, you're going to have some that still show through, and it's going to drive the client crazy because that's what they're doing. Like, they just don't want to see them. So make sure you're getting it nice and thick. So anytime I'm doing like a gray all over color like this, I always start on the front sections of the head because that's where they're going to be looking in the mirror and seeing all their grays, and I want to make sure that this has the longest time to process. Because I usually start my processing time once it's all done, and that means that this gets like an extra 5 to 10, 15 minutes, whatever. So there's my little tip of the day. I'm just going through and lightly combing this down to just kind of blend the line. I'm not pulling it too far, just if I see some grays a little bit. And this is where we're gonna have some fun, you guys. Make sure I don't have any color on my hands. So now I have this lightener mixed up here, And we're gonna go through and part out her hair, and I'm gonna try to do stuff more around like the face and then throughout the back a little bit. Okay, so I'm gonna do balayage here. I'm gonna take this section from a little bit behind her ear up and start, and we're gonna just do horizontal sectioning. Make sure I don't have any spots that are missing color. There we go. So I lightly just clip this over. I don't want to smash it up on top of the head because then it'll get color in it because all of her roots are colored. But I'm just going to pull out chunks of hair and just kind of paint on some balayage highlights. And this is just Blonde Dimension bleach. I ran out of my Firmisi, sadly, but it's 20 volume. I'm not trying to make her go blonde. We're just trying to lighten it up a little bit. And so we're just going to paint some lower down highlights here. I'm out of everything, so obviously I need to go to the beauty supply. And don't worry if you get a little bit of the color in this because the bleach will eat right through it and it will be fine. And I'm not going to do all of her hair. I'm just going to take like pretty thick sections and even leave some of this one out. And you want the color to be pretty thick on there and pinch the hair together so it's a little bit more dense. Oh, this brush is so much better. Okay, brushes really matter. That wasn't my brush, and I could tell. So this is her part line. I'm going to just do a couple diagonal sections. Pull it out this way. And I'm making sure that I leave chunks out of this because I don't want all of her hair to be light on the ends, just some of it. Okay, so the back hair, I'm just going to do a few pieces on the top and just kind of go with her natural curl. Kind of paint some highlights through. So I'm getting quite a bit of color on there and just kind of pushing it in and just dragging it down. And she has this natural wave and quite a bit of thick hair. So I'm just kind of digging it in and painting it where I want to highlight. It's kind of fun. Make sure you don't comb over where you've already gone with the lightener. That would be no bueno. And then on this side, we're going to do the same thing that we did on the other side. Take some horizontal sections and just balayage them a little bit. So she'll have more light around her face. So I just kind of went through and just hand painted on some more in the front here. We're going to let her process for the full amount of time on the the regrowth area that we did. So that's 40 minutes. And then we will rinse it out and put the color gloss over it. So that's what we're doing. We'll check back in a little bit. All right, you guys, we are ready to rinse this out. Go ahead and lean back. How's your neck feel?
Good.
Okay. So you can see that the lightener is made it quite light, just with plenty of volume. And the roots look nice and colored, so we're gonna rinse it out. So we just dried her up, mostly dry. She's still a little bit damp, but all of her highlights are on the top mostly, so this is okay. The underneath right by her neck's not dry, but who cares? So we're gonna put the Shades EQ. So we're mixing up some 6 RB, the Cherry Cola, and the Shades EQ. I'm gonna do like an ounce of that. And then I'm gonna add some 6R Rocket Fire. Like a ½ ounce of that. And then put equal parts of the Shades EQ developer, and then we're just gonna put it all over those highlights. All right, so now that we have the color mixed up in this little magic bottle, we're gonna lay her back in the sink and just spray it on to any highlighted areas. Just work it through. And that's why I call this a gloss, because it's just kind of messy. And you just kind of spray it wherever and everywhere. And then I even sometimes comb through it if I think that it needs to get through a little bit more places. And I'm gonna leave it on for the 20 minutes to process. And then when we rinse it everywhere that was lighter than the level 3, 4 that we put on her is going to have this really pretty red tint to it. So it's gonna be really fun. And it is deposit only, so I'm not worried about if it gets on the darker hair, because it's just only going to deposit into where the hair's lighter. All right, it's going to process for 20 minutes and then we will rinse it out. It is time to rinse, the happiest time of the day. And I'm really excited. You can kind of see it. Look how fun that is. It's so pretty. It's so fall. I'm excited. I can already see it. Look at that. Lovely coppery reds. Your color, your roots look really good, huh?
Yeah.
Did you notice?
Yes.
Really natural.
I like it.
All right, you guys, we are done with the color. This is how it turned out. We love it, and hopefully you love it too. Make sure you give us a thumbs up and comment below. Let us know what you think. And you guys need to subscribe to the channel right now and tell your friends about it. And make sure you follow us on Twitter and Facebook and all of the lovely places, Instagram. And then please, please remember that we are doing a meetup in January. That's it. I hope you guys like it. Here's the final spin around of her color. And you can see, I'll kind of play with it a little bit. You can see the color down in here. So I just really like this because it breaks up, you see all these pretty highlights? It breaks up a solid color, but it's still so subtle, and it looks like she just has like a really pretty natural hair color that has these natural, beautiful highlights in it. Thanks for watching, you guys. Make sure you go check us out on our other channel, April's Life, where we daily vlog our crazy, awesome life with our kids. So that's all, and thank you again. We'll see you next time. Bye.